All right, everybody, let's take a few minutes to discuss your best practice project. As you can see here on eCampus, there is an attachment, the call for interactive poster session. This is from ASSP's website for their student poster session submissions that you can use for their annual conferences. That's going to give you the specs that you need, the size of your poster. Couple things that we'll talk about is, let's first talk about what you are required to do. So this is referred to as the best practice project. We as safety professionals need to always be better, always looking for that continuous improvement. So within your teams, ask yourself, what can be improved? What technology is coming up? What research is being done? What is the latest and greatest in safety? What does that going to look like? And that's what your presentation is going to be on. So you're going to create an interactive poster detailing what this best practice is. An example would be having an issue with distracted driving and what technology may be in place to prevent distracted driving. Looking at monitoring worker fatigue, looking at wearable technology for personal protective equipment. Those are just a couple examples that can kind of gear you toward various aspects. So essentially what this is you'll be researching what is this best practice. And all that information, all that research that you gather within your team will be presented in this poster session. So you can read here on your eCampus. You can find this under the assignments tab, and there's a folder for best practice. You'll be working in teams. You're going to find whatever this next best practice in safety is going to be, research it, and display that information on the poster. You need to submit the topic. There is a link on eCampus. If I scroll down, best practice topic, everybody in the class needs to submit their topic. If you are working in a team, your topic will be the same as your teammates, but everybody needs to submit that because that is part of the grade. That needs to be submitted no later than Sunday, September 11th. So please get that submitted. Easy points, just submit that. I will provide comments. I'll either say approved or I may say too vague, too narrow, please define. So I will provide feedback. So make sure when they're graded, you go back to look at any of those, that feedback that I provide you. So you will still be doing all the work of a research paper essentially, but just the format and delivery will be very different. You'll create the poster and then you and your teammates will present on that poster. I want 10 to 15 minutes of presentation time per person. So if you have a group of 2, your total presentation will be 20 to 30 minutes. This is one of those real life scenarios where your boss wants you to fix a problem. And you will go research and figure out what options are there to fix the problem, and then make a case on why you think this one thing is the solution. A couple of resources that you have on here, the WVU Libraries resource, use that link. I want to take a moment right now and talk about a poster presentation. A poster presentation is not an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that says safety is awesome and it gives a couple bullet points. That's not a poster presentation. Go research poster presentations. The link I give you will give you a lot of information. Go do a Google search on poster presentations. I've had people in the past that did not look at these resources and have literally given me 5 bullet points on a 8.5 by 11 sheet and thought that this was a good research paper. It's not. It is a 4 by 8. It's a big, we're talking feet instead of inches type of display. So look at that link. Go online, look at examples of poster presentations. They will have graphics, they will have information, you will cite various resources. It is, again, a research paper, just in a different format. You will not print these posters. Don't worry about that. You are all over the world. We're not going to print that. Everything is submitted on eCampus. When you look at what programs or software, looking at the Q&A you see on the board here, there are a few options online. There's some free templates online. I've had students use Microsoft programs. Just look around to see what fits for you, what you have access to. And again, referring back to the resources at the library will help out with that as well. And again, don't print. Save a tree. We're not going to mail it to me. Everything will be submitted on eCampus. When you submit it on eCampus, you will be submitting the actual poster as well as a YouTube video with your recorded presentation on it. So you and your partner will record yourselves with the presentation and upload that in addition to the poster. I've had one or two students reach out and say, we're an online class. We have been assigned partners. How do you want us to do this presentation? This goes back to that new student orientation that when you started the program that we went into. This is grad school approach. That is up to you to figure out. In the real world, when your boss comes to you and says, I need you to be a part of this team to create this or give me this information, you work it out with your team. With technology, Zoom, Teams, Skype, email, whatever the case may be, there are multiple ways to collaborate. That is part of this assignment, is the real world application of working in a team when you are not next door to each other in an office building. When you have teammates that are in different time zones, you have to make that work. You will be evaluating your team and yourself, so that does become part of your grade. So if, everybody hates the team projects because there's who's the slacker, I do all the work, there is a place for you to give me that feedback, and that is considered when I do the grades. So please don't flip out, do your work, keep track of what you're doing, and we'll work if we have any issues, but really use this as a real world example in a nice, safe environment and education. It's a learning experience. If you have any questions, please reach out. Please check the links before you reach out. There's going to be a lot of information in that link that will probably answer a lot of your questions. So again, think about, get with your partner, your team, and start talking about what is your topic. Submit that topic for approval and start working on this. Meet with your partner, see how you're going to divide up the research, what you're going to do, create a plan. You've got plenty of time to figure this out and map it up. So please do not procrastinate and get started on this. It will take all semester of this class for you to get this completed. So hope everybody is having a great day. If you have any questions, reach out, and hopefully everything goes well and you enjoy, and we all get to learn together throughout this process.